Hey everybody, this is Marcus. We're going to check out Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania trailer Easter egg breakdown with new Rockstars. MT is going to cover it. He's awesome. I love the new Rockstar team. Eric Voss, MT, and Jessica Clemens. They do a phenomenal job as always, breaking down every detail in superhero movies. Is so awesome. They're amazing. So we're gonna go and check it out. And I definitely can't wait to check out Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania when it comes out in theaters February 17th. It's definitely going to be awesome. And I'm definitely looking forward to seeing Kang the Conqueror in all of his glory. Kang is going to be the next big bad villain after Thanos. So I'm looking forward to seeing Kang, MODOK, Ant-Man, Cassie, Henry Pym, Janet Van Dyne, Hope Van Dyne, and then looking forward to seeing all the cast members are going to be there as well. So it's definitely going to be phenomenal. So we're going to go ahead and do the Easter egg trailer breakdown. But before I get started, thank you guys so much for your support. It really means a lot to me. I'm thankful for all of my 350 subscribers and my future subscribers to come. You guys mean a lot to me. And for those who are new to my channel, can you do me a solid? Make sure you like this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you hit that bell to enable notifications whenever I drop a video. And we're going to always keep this thing rolling, you guys. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the Easter egg trailer with MT. You guys make sure you subscribe to new Rockstars. They're awesome as well. So without further ado, let's do this thing.
Welcome back to new Rockstars. It's me, MT, and we just got a fresh new trailer for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. This movie opens in just over a month, and I cannot wait to talk about all these new juicy details that you may have missed in this trailer. So let's jump on in, shall we? But first, of course, do not forget to hit up newrockstarsmerch.com, where you can pick up a new shirt that is amazing. Our latest obsession shirts are the best. We have a Black Panther Wakanda Forever one that may or may not be still around. Go check that out. But let's get into that damn trailer, shall we?
You're an interesting man, Scott Lang. You're an Avenger. You have a daughter, but you've lost a lot of time, like me.
We open on a shot of San Francisco, the home of Scott Lang, the Pyms, and the Van Dynes, as the MCU continues its West Coast narrative after MCU projects like the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, She-Hulk, and Shoutout. The West Coast Avengers are coming, people, and a voiceover of Kang reveals to us.
Yeah, and I was going to point this out too. West Coast Avengers, definitely one of my favorite lineups in Marvel Comics, of course. And of course, the West Coast Avengers is actually led by Hawkeye. Maybe they'll probably at least do Hawkeye being the leader in the future West Coast Avengers movies. Especially by that time, Jeremy Renner should be 100% after his snowplow incident that happened over the holidays. So he should be fine for sure though. But yeah, considering the fact that he led the West Coast Avengers in the comics, and then on top of that, the series came out in 1984. So definitely one of my favorite lineups in the Avengers for sure though. So it's pretty much like an off-branch Avengers team, but it's still going to be awesome regardless though. So
that Scott feels a lot of regret over his lost time with Cassie while he was stuck in the quantum realm.
The quantum realm
seems to be able to relate to, possibly implying that he wishes to escape the quantum realm to go conquer, you know, as a big person. But as he said this, we see Scott Lang and Hope Van Dyne have been invited to the Humanitarian Global Service Awards, likely for their contributions to the quantum realm science that the Avengers utilize to go back in time and save half the universe. I'd say that deserves a little bit of recognition, don't you?
Right.
This guy on the right of the frame holding the boom mic kind of gives me Stan Lee vibes.
Oh, he does.
I'm not sure if this was intentional or not, but let's just say miss you, Papa Lee. R.I.P.
Oh man, I was thinking that too. Like the first time I saw him, I was like, he reminds me of Stan Lee just a bit. That's probably the closest thing we'll get to a Stan Lee cameo for sure though. So of course Stan Lee would have been 100 years old for sure though, but that was pretty much close to a Stan Lee cameo we will get for sure.
We see Scott about to answer a call from his daughter Cassie in some type of library, but he does take a moment to answer the phone call in order to stare at a picture of the younger Cassie Lang that he left behind, played by actress Abby Ryder-Fortson in the first two Ant-Man films, implying to me that little Cassie might be a factor that Kang uses to manipulate Scott Lang. Because if you think about it, Scott did a time heist to save half the entire universe, but he couldn't save little Cassie. So I think that we could be seeing Kang the Conqueror dangling the possibility of stealing a little Cassie variant for Scott.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Scott gets what Kang needs, because that Star-Lord guy got a new The multiverse
Right.
has an infinite amount of Scott's tots. Oh my god, that was a horrible episode of The Office. I just got flashbacks. It's the why Scott might be missing little Cassie because little Cassie didn't have a criminal record, much like is implied when we see teenage Cassie being released from a jail cell. But hey, you know, like father or like daughter, am I right? But much like Scott was imprisoned for trying to undo the fraud of his old employer, VistaCorp, I have a feeling that Cassie might have been arrested for doing a good thing like her dad. I mean, her layers of green and blue over a t-shirt of the planet Earth kind of make me feel like Cassie could be a bit of a teenage eco-warrior. It might have been arrested trying to save the planet at a protest gone wrong or something. I mean, the Atlantic Ocean is front and center here, so maybe the emergence of Namor and the Atlanteans during Wakanda Forever affected Cassie to fight against pollution.
That makes sense. I was thinking since the emergence of Namor from Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, that's pretty much the reason why Cassie might be going on the eco superhero trip in a sense, though. So it kind of does make sense, though. So, and like I said, I've read also that Cassie might take a part in being a new Avengers anyway, so it could be setting that up as well, though. So, but yeah, as I said before, Tina Coretta did a really great job portraying the Submariner. So, and then we had a chance to see Atuma and the people of Talokan, or Atlantis in the comics. They call Atlanteans, but Talokan's cool too, though. So, but yeah.
And for the Atlantean people. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. Like she says in the last trailer, it has that blue glowing ball of light floats in the air. You may notice that there is a keyboard connected to the console, which is how I'm assuming Cassie has been able to chat with whoever she's been signaling in the quantum realm. She's chatting with strangers on the internet. This stranger could quite possibly have been the big-headed MODOK, who was revealed to be none other than Darren Cross in the MCU.
Corey Stoll.
Later in the trailer, who apparently survived after having his body crushed and shrunk into oblivion in the most ugly and freaking horrific ways that I've ever seen in the MCU.
So of course George Talaton is originally MODOK in the comics, but I think what they're gonna go with here, they're gonna actually bring back Yellow Jacket and he becomes MODOK. That sounds okay. Although normally if they could practically stick to the comic book source, that would be cool. But that kind of makes sense considering the fact that Yellow Jacket was the main villain, though. But originally George Tarleton was a scientist. He became MODOK after he was experimented on by Advanced Ideal Mechanics, otherwise known as AIM. So, but I think it's pretty cool that they're going to do this particular origin to have him survive, and he actually becomes a living embodied big head trapped into a small machine contraption. So that kind of makes sense, I guess, even though I do prefer the original origin with George Tarleton becoming MODOK. They did an origin really well in Marvel's Avengers in the video game, and he's very hard to beat. I tried beating him many times. It's like multiple times, so it's crazy to pretty much go through all of that, though. But he's tough to beat. I tried it myself. Totally tough to beat.
After kidnapping Cassie to get to Scott. So we could be looking at a similar situation here, with Cross wanting to get revenge on the man who made him a big head machine man with little dangly legs. This, of course, is not MODOK's origin in the comics, as MODOK is originally the scientist George Tarleton, who was mutated by AIM to become their mental organism only designed for computing complicated nerd shit. Until MODOK went crazy and became the mental organism only designed for killing instead of computing. So
MODOK stands for.
And you're gonna be dead today. Just made that up.
Dropping bars, MT.
Brother Tommy Bechtold has an excellent explainer on just who MODOK is, so you should check that out if you haven't. But anyway, since we know that Darren Cross has been getting more and more crazier due to his exposure to his own shrinking radiation, and Cross substitute for Tarleton in the MCU doesn't make sense here. But I am very glad that they ended up giving him a mask with a more comic accurate face on it, because seeing a big human face is very jarring, and I don't think I can look at that for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
It's quite disgusting. Everybody says that it looks like George Lopez in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. I'm gonna have to agree.
Arnim Zola, though, pulled it off.
Jarring. But you can also see that the room that they're in is filled with machines and what appears to be a luminescent ant farm to the right of the glowing ball, which can be seen better as everything gets sucked into the vortex. And it appears that Cassie was working to carry on the family business, but unfortunately, thanks to Kang, there's been some downside. But let's keep watching.
Who are you? I'm the man who can give you the one thing you want. Time.
I can rewrite existence and shatter timelines.
And we are finally down in the quantum realm, and we get a great slow reveal of Kang with his blue face shield. His helmet and face shield seem to be similar to the suits worn by the Time Heisters in Avengers Endgame, and the mask that the members of the Guardians of in space to survive. This makes me feel even more like Kang is a little bit of a Tony Stark wannabe, especially after knowing that He Who Remains had an Iron Man helmet in his office and some low-key concept art. And notice how his eyes turn blue when using his iconic blue masking, making me suspect that the scars on his face could have been due to a surgery that he underwent to install this nanite technology into his very body. Technology that is linked to his nervous system and responds to his mental commands, which is again something that Tony Stark was very interested in doing with his Mark 42 armor in Iron Man 3. We now see Kang appearing to speak directly to Scott Lang, telling him that I can give you what you want, time. And before we get this amazingly dope wide shot of Kang City that kind of feels like a mashing of famous Star Wars locations, Coruscant and Lando's Cloud City on the planet Bespin. I can totally see director Peyton Reed being inspired by those because he is no stranger to the Star Wars universe after directing one of the most memorable and amazing episodes of The Mandalorian ever by bringing Luke Skywalker back from the past to go kick some ass. We then get the shot of Kang's pyramid structure that we saw from an earlier trailer, which is for sure inspired by the character's love of ancient Egyptian culture in the comics, which of course causes Kang to go back in time to become the ancient Egyptian pharaoh Rama-Tut, only to be chased away by the Fantastic Four in his first appearance. And Janet Van Dyne mentioning that Kang can rewrite existence and shatter timelines is of course the truth, as we've seen it happen in Loki with He Who Remains at the Citadel at the end of time. But let's keep on rolling.
You cannot trust him.
I don't care who this guy is. I just lost so much. He can give us a second chance.
And Scott Lang apparently has the ability to make clones of himself in this movie, like
Yeah,
some sort of
split himself.
Naruto hybrid man.
Naruto hybrid.
Especially, but he's gonna come in real use to this movie as he assembles a massive army of Ant-Man to rush towards this strange yellow glowing energy source and building a tower of Ant-Man clones to reach it, much like ants stack on top of each other in real life to make these weird Eiffel Tower formations to reach things.
That's factual about ants.
Other ants get to different places and whatnot. It's actually pretty interesting, and I like this imagery.
Hybrid of ants.
Kang and Darren Cross Modoc lead Scott and Cassie towards this cliff. You can see them emerge from a blue portal from what looks like Kang's base. A portal that looks suspiciously similar to the portals made by the Tesseract whenever beings like Thanos used it to instantaneously travel. I mean, since both Howard and Tony Stark were Tesseract scientists who used Tesseract power to power all their technology, and Kang seems to be a Tony Stark superfan from the future, I can definitely see Kang possibly using their research to learn how to unlock the ability to make portals that can go anywhere he wants, as well as power the technology within his suit and the suits of his soldiers. And with a partner like MODOK, who was literally made in the comics to study the cosmic cube, I can see MODOK helping Kang master this Tesseract energy source portaling technology. And when Scott and Team Cassie hug, you can see these strange red crystals in the background, which sort of remind me of the red crystals that can be seen in Dormammu's realm of the Dark Dimension.
Looks like it, yeah.
Some sort of dark connection there.
Let me make this easy.
Like the Dark Dimension, maybe?
You will bring me what I need. Or everything you call life.
As the Pym family takes a much-needed vacation ride together on the back of a flying quantum realm avatar creature, the creature's rush against the
Avatar
water,
creature.
creating a beautiful blue glow. And while this could very well be the bioluminescence of some, native plankton or whatever, I'm wondering if the land itself is brimming with blue cosmic energy, much like the land of Wakanda was after the vibranium meteorite hit and, enriched the soil. I wonder if that's like magic water. That'd be really interesting. And then, as we see Scott forming this Eiffel Tower of Ant-Man to reach this glowing power source, we can see that it's surrounded by these rings with markings on them similar to the markings found in one of the Quantumania logos. This being the case, I'm assuming that this is some type of quantum realm power generator, as it appears to function similarly to the shield power generator found on Asgard in Thor: The Dark World. And much like the Dark Elves sought to destroy that generator, it seems like Scott may be seeking to do the same, because for a split second, we see what looks like a blaster of some sort emerge from Scott Lang's wrist, implying that Scott wants to destroy the structure either for Kang or to stop Kang. Then we see Cassie standing in front of a yellow portal, possibly acting as a natural quantum tunnel back to the big people world, where all the bills are. But the cracks around the edges make me feel like this could possibly be related to the cracks in the veil from Miss Marvel. And then Scott and Hope share the classic Clint and Natasha forehead touch. But the last time that happened, one of those two died, so it's not looking good for your boy Scott.
Yeah.
Gets his ass beat thoroughly.
Oh my gosh.
This is all my fault.
You may not want me to watch this. We had a deal. You thought you could win.
Then, as Kang is looking out into the horizon, he's watching one of his blue glowing ships being shot down by a green glowing ship, presumably Team Ant-Man. And as Kang's fleets of ships take off, I couldn't help but notice how the blue convex design of the ship's windows look similar to the rounded blue helmets of Kang's soldiers, possibly implying that both the ships and the soldiers are similarly designed pieces of technology, with his army being a robot army similar to, Tony Stark's Ultron program, or the Ultron bots in the Illuminati headquarters. And if Avengers Kang Dynasty is on the way, as is implied by the trailer's use of the words
of a new dynasty,
the Avengers are going to need an army of aliens and monsters or robots to smash, because Disney cannot have the Avengers slaughtering actual human beings. Not since that whole Scarlet Witch fancy. And then Kang makes his assault on this red foresty area in the quantum realm that could possibly be this area from the first trailer, and could possibly be where those red crystals from earlier came from during that Lang family hug. But I have a feeling all that red could imply the presence of chaos energy being a factor, especially considering how Scott's clones unravel similarly to how Mantis and Mr. Fantastic unraveled due to the red energy users in both Avengers 3 and Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, the Infinity Stones.
I have a feeling that this army of Scotts could be a result of chaos energy probability magic, with Scott generating a clone that pops up whenever he needs to make a choice. So if, for instance, Scott has the options of going either left or right, a clone will pop up that allows him to do both at the same time. But anyways, before Scott is able to go through this yellow portal like Cassie was about to earlier in the trailer, it seems like Kang blasts him away and gives him that beatdown that we see at the end of the trailer, symbolically stomping on Scott like a man would stomp on an ant, harkening back to what Nick Fury said to Loki in Avengers 1. Ant. But not before we see a glimpse of Cassie in her purple suit doing a dramatic hero jump.
A callback to Nick Fury.
An edge that reveals a futuristic cityscape of the quantum realm, very similar to that of the Sovereign race, as baby Groot nearly falls off the edge to his death. And we get another look at MODOK, who has two laser cannons jutting out of the sides of his chair.
Just like in the game.
His Yellow Jacket armor had laser arms as well.
Yeah, and Yellow Jacket too. Scott says that his goal isn't beating Kang, it's making sure that Kang loses, which is a lesson that Scott probably learned from Doctor Strange after Doctor Strange used that mentality to best the MCU's first multiverse conqueror, the Dread Dormammu. And finally, before Kang shoots out Blue Blast to end the trailer, he floats on the ground on this blue energy disc, similar to the blue energy that Reed Richards portaled in Multiverse of Madness. Since Kang is supposedly a descendant of Nathaniel Richards in the comics, there could be some type of relationship there. But that is the breakdown for the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania trailer. Are you guys excited for this movie? What was your favorite part of the trailer? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You can follow me at Entertainment on Twitter. This is gonna be awesome.
Wherever you are on the social medias. But again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be awesome. And then of course, also going back to what I said before, especially in my previous videos about the relationship between Reed Richards and Nathaniel Richards. Reed's actually the descendant of Nathaniel Richards. So basically, Nathaniel, whose real name is, or Kang the Conqueror's real name is Nathaniel Richards. There's a lineup or lineage between Kang and Reed for sure, and considering the fact that he actually did use the same device, the teleportation device that Reed uses in Multiverse of Madness, there's definitely going to be some connections for sure. And of course, the Fantastic Four is definitely going to be a part of Phase 5, so they're definitely going to be a part of Secret Wars in one form of another. So they're more than likely going to touch base on the relationship between Reed and Kang in the future as well, though. But man, I am so excited, you guys. Like, technically the Multiverse Madness, well, it's Multiverse Madness for sure, but technically the Multiverse Saga is already upon us, and I definitely can't wait. But like I said, they're definitely going to touch base on the fact that Reed and Kang are related, because that's basically his descendant grandfather. It was already explored in the comics as well, but they're definitely going to explore more in the details in the Fantastic Four in the future as well, and I cannot wait for that to happen, you guys. So the Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars, where the Beyonder is going to be the villain as well. So the Beyonder is definitely going to be involved according to recent reports as well, so I definitely can't wait. But yeah, this is basically going to introduce Kang the Conqueror, basically the Kang that we saw in the comics. this is definitely going to be his first go-around for sure, though. So I definitely can't wait. Jonathan Majors is going to kill the role. I'm looking forward to it. He's a phenomenal actor. He's also charismatic as well. Then not to mention, in his interview with Jimmy Kimmel, he actually has a background picture of Kang the Conqueror on his phone, which is so hilarious too, though. So he's obviously been studying the character, and then on top of that, he wears the nanotech visual mask to cover up his face, practically similar to what he looks like in the comics as well. So it's gonna be cool, especially with that final confrontation that he'll have against Ant-Man. That's definitely going to be as epic as well, though. So it's going to be awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing it all, you guys. It's going to be incredible. So, but yeah, there's definitely going to be some surprises. And then on top of that, there's definitely going to be some definitely great after end credits as well. So definitely get into the end after credits. It's definitely going to be awesome. So I can't wait to see you guys. But yeah, this is going to be great. I can't wait. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's gonna be awesome. And of course, I've talked about this previously in my videos too, as far as like the trailer with Ant-Man the Wasp, and then of course the theory about Ant-Man's death, more than likely, from film theory. So you guys can check it out. For those who are new, you guys can check it out in my previous videos. I got a link down there, so it's gonna be awesome. I'll even post the description down below for you guys to check it out for sure, though. So, but again, it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait to see Kang the Conqueror and Ant-Man the Wasp Quantumania. It's gonna be awesome. February 17th. I can't wait. It's gonna be great, you guys. But let me know what y'all think in the comments down below. I love y'all so much. Thank you for listening. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank y'all for everything. Thank you guys for all you doing, and thank you for just your support. Make sure you subscribe to New Rockstars. They are awesome. So make sure you guys subscribe to them. MT, and also shout out to Eric Voss, Jessica Clemens. Shout out to you guys. You guys keep doing what you're doing. You guys are amazing. So, but until then, I love y'all. Excelsior. I'll catch y'all on the next one.